think we're recording. Yes, we are. Hey, team. Welcome to our Wednesday night call. It is Wednesday, June 7th. Pretty sure we were supposed to have a call last week, but we didn't, and nobody said anything. So we're going to go with it because I think it's been a couple weeks since I've seen you guys. A couple quick announcements. Next week starts Shaun T week. If you're not promoting it or talking about it, you need to be. They have to have Beachbody On Demand to access it. It's all through Beachbody On Demand. 7 workouts. Each one is loaded each day. All different ones. It varies like from program to program. But they're all brand new. Hey, Jasmine. But they're all brand new. So make sure you guys are talking about that. We still have the Beachbody On Demand All Access Challenge Pack for $160. This month they added in with the performance line, which is amazing. I had a girl signing up on the first day of the month. She was going to order them each separately, so she saved herself like $40, which is pretty awesome. So make sure you guys are talking about that. I know a lot of you, I've reached out to you and you say you don't talk about the performance line, but you use it a lot. I probably sell more of the performance line than I sell of Shakeology. How crazy is that? Hey, Rachel. That's because I talk about it all of the time. So if it's something that you truly believe in and you're passionate about, make sure you guys are sharing about it. Make sure you guys are talking about it. Sharing about the Energize, sharing about the Recover, sharing about the Hydrate, whatever it is you may use. For me, it was a big deal because most pregnant people don't touch anything with the 9-foot pole. And for me, everybody's like, oh my God, you're harming your baby. And I'm like, chill. It's better than McDonald's. I'm going to be okay. And for me, I did a whole lot of my own research on it. So it got a lot of people being like, oh, well, she's drinking this while she's pregnant, then I can, of course, drink this and I'm not pregnant. So I'm just saying, like, you need to share about it. Share about it, whatever social media you use. I talk about it on Snapchat daily. People know about it. So make sure you guys are talking about the performance line and literally anything else that you truly do believe in. And then lastly, that was my only announcement. I'm announcement list this week. I think that's it. Make sure you guys are pushing. I felt like a lot of people last month were like, crap, it's the last day of the month and I haven't locked in Success Club. So I want you guys to push hard in the beginning of the month. I think we get too lax in the beginning of the month and then the end of the month kicks in, we're like, crap. Whereas it should be the other way around. I push. My goal is like SC5, well, 6 now because of the way the points are, by the 5th of the month. And I haven't hit my goal yet this month. And I'm like, what am I going to do? My husband's like, it's the 7th. Calm down, Ashley. You'll be okay. But for me, I don't want to have to stress about it. So like I know Ashley Bearwell, she's sitting at ST4 right now, which is amazing. So guys, keep pushing at it. I want you to push so hard the first 15 days of the month that you push so freaking hard that you lock it in. And then you're just keep on pushing the rest of the month. Last month, Ashley and myself are the only ones that hit Success Club, which life happens, things happen, but I'm daring you guys to go hard this month and to really step outside your comfort zone and make it happen and go after it. I know a lot of people have been affected by some coaches leaving the team or doing other things. Don't let them stop you. They're winning. Don't let them stop you. Do your thing. Go after your goals, after your why, and make it happen because this is your business. And at the end of the day, you got to take care of yourself and you got to push for what you want. So that's what I got to say about that. So tonight we're talking about time management. And of course, my husband turned off all the outlets, remodeling, and never turned them back on. So my computer is dying. We're going to hope it doesn't die. Tonight we're going to talk about organization and time management. You have a special visitor, Nicole. Because I feel like this is something that we should really talk about because you know what I hear from a lot of people, whether they are a current coach in the business or they want to become a coach, like, well, I don't have time to do that. You see my face? You guys know my story. When I started this, I'll give you a brief rundown. You've all heard it a million times. Full-time student taking 6 classes, 18 credit hours, not just like one rinky-dink credit hour class, 18 credit hour classes, finishing my bachelor's degree and doing those stupid papers that they make you write 30 pages on for no dang reason that nobody ever reads, planning a wedding, working 40 plus hours a week till 3 o'clock in the morning, working a 20-hour internship and commuting 5 days a week, 2 hours. But I didn't have time to work the business, but I sure as heck made time to work the business and I made my business work. So when people say I don't have time, do you really not have time or are you putting your priorities in the wrong place. And I'm going to ask for you guys a lot of communication, a lot of like honesty, and I want you to use the chat box for this, but I want you guys to think. So, and I want you to, and I've asked the Heart and Hustle group, so they can chime in if they want to. Last month, did you do everything you could to hit your goals, or did you allow the non-priorities to get in the way? So I made a checklist, and you guys can answer the questions while I talk, but I made a checklist. I did the daily life versus the priorities. And some people's priorities may be different than others, but for me, these were my priorities. My family, first and foremost, fitness and health, especially like for me being pregnant, it's even more important than it was before personally. Freedom, because I'm not giving this up when baby girl, God, she needs a nickname, comes in, helping the team grow and growing my business. Those are my priorities. Daily life is social media, watching TV, cooking, and doing errands. And I'm going to be pretty sure that daily life happens. What I put in my daily life column is probably spot on for quite a few people. So your first assignment for tonight's guys call is I want you to make a priority list, and I want you to make a daily life list. So your priorities, what are your priorities? And I mainly want you to think about the business, and then obviously put family on there if you have a family. Like I expect you guys, you got to take care of your family. You got to take care of your relationships. Like my husband comes first no matter what, because without him, I wouldn't be where I'm at. But then I want you to put the rest of the stuff down for your priorities. And then I want you to make a list of your daily life. What are the other things that are happening on a daily basis? And I'll talk more about this and why I'm making you make a list. So for daily life, social media. And y'all, if none of you raise your hand, or if even one of you try not to raise your hand, I will personally come visit you. How much time do you waste scrolling on social media every single day? How many of you literally just scroll and you could be doing other things to help your business? Anybody? Anybody? The only person that gets a pass for not raising her hand is Emily, because she's away with her son right now. We all do it, okay? We're all to blame. I do it. Everybody does it. What can you do with that time instead of scrolling Facebook? At least if you're scrolling Facebook, make conversations with the people that you're scrolling by. Like their post. Comment on them. I see too often, hey, nobody comments on other coaches' posts. Guys, we're all on the same team. Cheer each other on. Drop them a love. Drop them a comment. Be there for one another. And secondly, I feel like I should like their stuff. Nicole, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't have time to go liking like 400 people's things when they like one of my pictures. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. But some people are like that, and that's okay. It's a great way to build relationships. So if you're scrolling, like and comment on them. Start a relationship. Start a conversation. But what else can you do while you're scrolling through social media? Like think of it. What can you substitute that time for? Have you done your PD? Have you sent out your friend requests? Have you done your follow-ups? Those are all things you can do instead of scrolling through social media. Like if you get into the habit and you're like, oh, it's been 15 minutes and you're trying to make this a power hour and you just wasted 15 minutes of social, like scrolling, not so much. Watching TV. I got this a lot when we used to do our team calls on Thursday. And like, well, Scandal's on. I can't be on the team call. There's Hulu. There's bootleg on TV. There's other ways to watch your shows. If you're serious about your business, you're going to have to make some sacrifices. And I can't tell you how many times I had to give up watching certain shows to get my business done, to be on team calls, to do one-on-ones, to do follow-ups, whatever it may be. But if you have done your power hour and you're just sitting there and you're watching TV, what else can you do to help your business grow? I think a lot of us think that because we've done our power hour, we don't have to do anything else. Like we're good. Like, oh, I did power hour. I'm good for the day. And I'm not even that way. Yeah, I do my power hour, but unless I am in the Millionaires Club and I am at 15-star and I am not having to worry about my income every single month, I'm still going to work the business past that hour. So some things that you can do while you're watching TV: add new friends, comment on pictures, like on Instagram, comment on people's Instagram pictures, do your follow-ups, do your donuts. These are all things you can do while watching TV. Commercials, you can watch them, do them during commercials. I know a lot of us don't do commercials nowadays, but there's so many other things that you can do besides like do while watching TV. And I know if I put cooking on a daily life, I'm going to be honest with you all, my husband cooks. I don't cook. I burn toast. Like, I am not a cook. But I know for some people, like you guys are probably the cookers in the family. Crock pot meals. It is a great way to save time. You don't have to worry about dinner. And it probably gives you an extra 30 minutes that you can work the business. So when you say, I don't have time, start doing some crock pot meals. I throw the leftovers in the fridge, we freeze them, and then I know that I have a couple dinners the next week. But these are great ways to save some extra time to work your business. And then lastly, guys, errands. That was another one I put on my daily life. We have to do errands. Like I'm not going to tell you, be like, oh no, you can't go run your errands because you didn't work your business today. But are there ways that you can multitask while working errands? Listening to the National Wake Up Call, catching up on personal development on audiobook. Those are great ways, and those are probably the safest ways to multitask while you're doing errands. Melanie Mitra has talked about a lot. She's always listening to PD and personal development. They're the same thing. PD and like National Wake Up Calls while she's in the grocery store. She just has her headphones in, and then you don't have to listen to the people buzzing above you and Kroger reminding you it's time to check the temperatures of the fruit. And you get to multitask and you get to learn and grow your business at the same exact time. So I want you guys to think about that list that I told you to make. I want you to think of your priorities and your daily life. And on your daily life column, how can you adjust those to help those priorities? How can you quit letting that daily life stop you from those priorities? So the next time you say to me, well, I don't have time to work the business, I'm going to be like, how much time do you watch TV a week? How much time are you scrolling social media? What are some ways that we can cut back? There's always areas that you can cut back. And I know some of you are like, well, Ashley, you don't have a real job. Like, you can work the business all the time. Guys, I grew my business. I grew my business while working full time. And I still have a whole nother business on top of Beachbody that I manage. So all of my time is not with Beachbody. I still have to manage and prioritize my time. But the tips and the advice I give you, it's because I've been in your shoes. I have been in your shoes working 40 to 60 hour weeks and still growing my business at the same time. So let's talk about a weekly schedule, guys. Would you schedule out your week at your real job? I think so many of us don't look at coaching as a job. We just think of it as like fun, which for some of you, that may be fine and that's great. But if you have goals to pay off debt, to buy a house, to go on vacation, to quit your job, you kind of got to start looking at this as a business, because that's exactly what this is. And this is the cheapest business you are ever going to find to build. Do you know how many people put millions and thousands of dollars in to open up their own business? You're paying $16 a month. It doesn't get any better than that. So this is what you guys need to do. Some people, it may be different. Some people, it may be like a different day. But I remember hearing a top coach, Summer Tucker, every single Sunday, her and her husband, because her husband does this with her, they sat down and they planned out their week. They scheduled their workouts. They scheduled their activity time. They even scheduled their sex time. I'm just saying, like, they got down to the brass knuckles of when they were scheduling time. But they literally made their schedule. When were they going to meal prep? When did they have team calls? When were they going to do their power hour? And they stuck to that schedule. Obviously, if you have kids, you're going to have to adjust and move some things around. But making that schedule and having it where they saw it, it helped them so much. And it's the same thing we do at our regular jobs. At least I know for me, when I was an assistant manager, I always had to schedule my weeks. When did I have meetings? When did I have to do floor displays? When did I have to change ads? Like all of this, and I always had it on my weekly planner. So map out your week. If you do on a Sunday, great. Some of you I know are nurses and your weeks like start on a different day. So start it on the day that your week starts. It doesn't have to be the day that everybody else's week starts. Plan ahead. So what do I mean by that? So if you know that you're going to have a super busy week, plan ahead. We lost somebody. Oh, she'll be back. So for me, like I knew today we were going to Hocking Hills. And I knew in Hocking Hills, we have no reception at all. None. If I would have fallen down a cliff, I probably would have died because there's no reception. So I knew to map out today. I knew I wasn't going to get my follow-ups done today. I knew I was going to be with my husband for most of the day. I knew that I had a team call tonight. So I made sure everything had to be done today. I did yesterday. So if I did for example, my donuts that I did yesterday, I doubled up because I knew I wouldn't get them done today. So if you know you're going to have busier days or you're going to have something going on in your life, plan ahead. And then lastly, guys, the night before, plan out what you have to do the next day. So I asked this in the Hard and Hustle group. Well, at least I started asking it this week. I say, what's on your to-do list for tomorrow? We should always have a to-do list for our business. What didn't you get to today? Did you not get to inviting to your challenge group? Did you not get to making your free group? Did you not get to following up with somebody? What didn't you get to today that you're going to do tomorrow? And write it out. Whether you're a pen and paper girl, whether you want in your notepad, wherever you want to put it, on a phone, piece of paper, write it out. There's nothing better than going to bed and having that to-do list like ready to go for the next day, because it's probably going to be on your mind. You're probably going to be laying in bed and like, I need to do this, and this. Do it the night before. All right, let me flip my page. That's just page 1 of notes. I have like 3 pages of notes for you guys. And guys, schedule your power hour every single day. Your power hour may look differently every single day. You may not be able to get 60 minutes in. Do 30. You may not be able to do 30. Do 15 here, do 15 there, do 15 here. Wherever you can squeeze your 15 minutes in, but plan them. And for the love, can we quit taking off at the weekends? I don't know when it became okay to quit taking the weekends off from doing power hours, but y'all, come on. Businesses are built more on the weekends because more people are available to answer your messages than any other day of the week. If I polled the team and I said, how many of you do a power hour on Saturdays and Sundays? I'm going to guess the numbers aren't so good. I'm just saying, you are your own boss, which is great sometimes, and it's great, and you think, you know what? I can slack off today. But again, unless you, Stultz agrees, unless you have hit every single goal in your business, you got to show up on Saturday and Sundays. Think of it. Would you tell your challengers it's okay to miss their workouts on Saturdays and Sundays? Probably not. So why do we think the same thing for our business? We got to get past that mentality. We got to get past that. It's like when I worked on my birthday. People are like, it's your birthday. What are you doing? I'm like, it's a day of the week. I have to do turbo fire. I don't understand the problem. Like, what's the question? It's the same thing. And I know people, the weekends are the busiest. We have things going on with our family. 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Do the best that you can do. And on Sunday night, when you're making that to-do list for Monday, put all the things that you didn't get to on Saturday and Sunday from your power hour. Let's talk about tracking your business, because all of this goes with time management and all of this goes with organization. And every tip I'm giving you guys, I use myself. That's how I've had a successful business. That's how I've rebuilt, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And that's how I'm at where I'm at right now. You have to track your business. You cannot and will not ever be successful and grow if you are not tracking your business. So some examples of ways to track your business, free ways, are Google Docs, Excel, pen and paper. Non-free ways, Teamsy. I have been using Teamsy for 2 months now, and I absolutely swear by it, and I swear that's the reason I hit Success Club 23 last month. So what are you tracking in your business, guys? I don't know any. Yeah, Emily may know some more other than me, but those are just the ones that I'm familiar with. And you can find different ways to work for you. But if you're not tracking your business, you're forgetting about people. You're forgetting to invite new people. You're forgetting about conversations that you started. You're forgetting follow-ups. What about the people who ordered challenge packs last month? Did you follow up with them this month to see if they want to become a coach, to see if they want to try new products? You have to track your business. So things that you guys should be tracking. Every single conversation you have. Even if it's a no, I'm not interested, because guess what? You're going to re-invite that person in like 2 months. When you follow up with them, what date did you follow up with them? What was the end of that conversation? And that's why pen and paper for me doesn't work, because I like to keep track of everybody in one area. What else are you tracking? When they bought a challenge pack. I follow up with every single customer and coach that has bought a challenge pack to make sure they're still doing okay. And I know not every coach needs me in time, so I don't check on them in as much, but I know my challenges, I have to check in on them. Because if I don't, they're most likely going to quit Shakeology. They're most likely going to quit drinking it, because they're like, well, I bought something from her. I haven't heard back from her. Why would I keep buying it? Having them in a challenge group is not enough. You've got to check in with them. Plus, you need to reinvite them. I reinvite every single person that buys a challenge pack to become a coach. Every single person. You have to track your business, guys. I promise you, the minute you start tracking your business, you're going to see a change. Of course, it's not going to happen overnight, but you're going to see momentum building. You're going to see conversations happening. You're going to see new people buying challenge packs and buying programs from you because you're following up with them. You're not forgetting about them. How many times has a conversation popped up and you're like, crap, I was supposed to follow up with them like 3 months ago. It doesn't make us look very good when we forget to do that. When somebody's like, hey, can you follow up with me in a week? It doesn't look good when we don't do that. So you have to track your business. Something I even do, I don't have a name right, is I put in my Google Calendar on my phone, follow up with so-and-so, she wants to order today. And every single person that says, yep, I'm going to order on that Friday or whatever day it is they're going to order, I follow up with them on that day. Just like you would with a client at work or whatever job you were in. Just think of somebody you'd have to follow up with. What would be the repercussions if you didn't do that? What would happen? Would you lose that client? Would an employee not be around? Just think of different, like when you think of what you're not doing in your business, how would that affect your current job or what you're currently doing as the main income of your family? So some random things, and then I'll jump in, and then I have 2 more points after that. Actually, I'm going to save the random for the end because I don't know why I put that in right here. So let's talk about social media posting, because I think this is the thing that takes up the most amount of time, which shouldn't take up about any part of the time, in my opinion. Again, guys, map out your week, especially if you're still not consistent with your social media posting. Map out your week. Like, write it down on a piece of paper. What does Monday look like? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and so on and so on. Pre-write post in your phone. So, how many times have we all been laying in bed and we start thinking of like stuff to post and we're like, ooh, this is good. Pull out your phone, start making those posts, and save them. That way, A, you're not posting them at 11 o'clock at night, and B, you have some posts now going on for the rest of the week. And I don't know if you guys know this handy-dandy feature on Facebook, but you can save when you see other people's posts. And I'm not saying copy and paste other coaches' posts, because there's nothing worse than seeing the same coach post the same thing, or different coaches post the same thing over and over. But you know those like funny memes that we see, or those funny videos where we're like, oh, I would love to share that because that's great content. Save it, and you can go back and you can access it at a later date. I just did that with a picture yesterday. I saved it and I posted it today. And then, guys, please, I don't think any of you do this. Do not use a scheduler for your personal Facebook. Do not use Hootsuite. Do not use Buffer. Do not use any service that schedules posts for you. People are not going to see them. They're going to get pushed to the bottom, and they want to see live in-time post from you. But map out your posts for a week. It should not take you 30 minutes to craft a post. I follow Finn and Funky on Snapchat, and her husband literally takes like an hour and a half to make a post. So I'm like, dude, do you know what I could have just done in that hour and 45 or hour and 25 minutes? A lot of stuff. So if your posts are taking way too much of your time, you're overthinking it, and you just got to post. Make sure it's good quality content, or it's at least going to engage people in it. And guys, be consistent. I see too many coaches, well, I needed a social media break for the weekend, so I didn't post all weekend. Well, guess what? You now have to gain all your traction back because Facebook thinks you haven't posted in a while, and they're not going to show any of your posts to people. I may be the only person that doesn't agree, or the only person that says this, but I know I'm not, because other coaches out there do that. Even when I'm on vacation, I post. This is my job. Are you asking me, Jasmine? How can I handle what? She'll have to retype her question. I'm confused. But even when I'm on vacation, I'm posting on social media. Oh, so go ahead, Jasmine.
No, should I wait?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Not getting a social media break. Like, how do you? I don't know. It's sometimes I do feel like I should just not post, or I don't have anything to post.
I'll cover that in just a second. Am I frozen?
Oh.
I thought I was frozen. Yeah. So how to take breaks and how to manage it. Is that what you mean?
How not to take breaks, or how to handle not taking breaks and staying active on your social media. Because I am one of those persons that does, I don't know, sometimes like I don't know what to post, or for instance, my parents were here a few weeks ago and I just wanted to like hang out with them because I don't live close to them, and like things like that. Like, I'm still working on that. Yep. And I don't know how to handle that.
So, and I hear this from so many people. So the biggest thing is for us is like, we're more than just a fitness coach. I think sometimes we think the only content we have to share is our workouts and that's it, but that's not the only thing they have to share. Share pictures. If you're out with your family, share pictures of you being out with your family and being present with them. being a coach doesn't mean you have to be on social media 24/7. And if you feel like that, then that probably means we're spending too much time on social media in general. Just make a post and walk away. And it doesn't even have to be anything fitness related or niche related. I did a post today on my leg page. And it was like, which fruit would you get rid of? And that was my main post for the day. And that's totally okay if that's your post for the day, because A, that's going to cause engagement, or that's going to gain traction and engagement. And B, you're still present. People still know you're there. We all take rest days, so we're not going to have a workout to post every single day. And I get it. We all need breaks from social media, but at least try to post once a day. Because at the end of the day, this is our job. It really is, especially if this is something that you want to do full time. And I know, Jasmine, you do. So we just have to kind of we have to break that mold and just come over that barrier and tell ourselves, you know what? It's okay not to be on Snapchat for a day. It's okay to not post on IG stories for a day, but I just got to do one post. That's all I got to do. And even on the days, if you know you're going to be busy, craft that post. That way you've got a post, you've got it ready to go. Recycle old content. That's my favorite thing to do with social media. I go back and I look for those posts that did really good. I find a new picture and I post it. No one's going to go back and be like, girlfriend, you posted this 5 months ago. And if they do, as my father-in-law always says, kick them in the butt, because nobody should be stalking your Facebook that much. But I think it's just kind of getting over that mindset more than anything, Jasmine, because I've been there. Trust me. And I'm like, I feel like I'm all over social media. And then people on Snapchat are like, you haven't posted today. Are you alive? I'm like, yes, I'm alive. I had no service. I promise I'm here. And I'll even talk about it on social media. Like, you know what? That's my only post I got going on today. I took a break. I want to be with my family. And people are going to understand that. And they're going to see that you're a real person. And they're going to completely connect with you. Did I answer your question, Jasmine? Does that help? Yeah. Okay. But y'all, I'm begging you. Don't take a day off social media. One post. That's all I'm asking from you. One post. It can be a funny cat video, and that's where that saved column comes from. Do you guys all know how to save posts that you see on Facebook and how to access them? Do you guys know how to do that? Okay. Only if one person's saying no, I have to show you guys real quick. So let me do a share screen. This is my challenge group. So we are going to we'll go to my page and I can show you guys really quickly. It works from a phone and from a computer. So for example, this is the post that I just did today, which already has 45 comments. So this is what I'm talking about, Jasmine. You could simply do a post just like this and it gains traction. Anything like this. You click on the little arrow. Oh, really? I can't save my own post? Well, I guess that makes sense. Okay, well, I don't know what this one says. So I'm just going to save her post. You click on this little arrow right here, you save post. And you're going to go to saved. On the computer and on your phone, it's in both locations. And now I can access all of these saved posts. And you can it doesn't even have to be something you want to share on social media. I've got other things I want to look at. But any post that you have saved, it's here now. So I've gone through most of mine. Even if you see a coach's post that you really like and you really want to craft a post similar to them, like them. But this is a great way to always have content and something quick and ready to go when you want to share it. Okay, let's talk about challenge groups. And then I have one more thing and then I'll open up to any questions. So challenge groups are another big thing that used to take the life out of me and used to be a huge time sucker. And I say that as I'm currently hosting 3 challenge groups. I've got my one with my 60 people. I've got my crock pot with over 100 people. And then I have my summer slim down with 10 other people. And for me in the beginning, that was overwhelming. But now I have a handle on how I do my challenge groups. This is the only time I give you permission to schedule posts. Use a program that lets you schedule posts. I use Hootsuite. I know there's Buffer. I don't know if there's another one. I only use Hootsuite. I'm not going to lie. And some of them do cost money. Remember, if you invest money in your business, it's a tax write-off. And some of them, I think Hootsuite, you can schedule 10 messages at once. So you can set a reminder on your phone. So say you do it on a Sunday, you need to go back the next Sunday and you need to schedule more posts. But I literally sat down last Saturday and I scheduled 30 days worth in my summer slim down. I scheduled my entire crock pot group and I scheduled my entire virtual fit fam group. That doesn't mean I'm not showing up in the groups, but this means I don't have to worry about waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning and posting right away or coming up with content. I've already got it. It's already ready to go, and it's a huge lifesaver for me. I post them the same time every single day. So my girls know they're getting a night check-in, 7 p.m. every single night, and I'm present in the group. And then instead, guys, this is going to be a huge time saver. If you don't do this, you don't have to check in on your challenge group the minute they post. I've gotten a lot better at this. Like I literally told my husband last night, somebody messaged me at 11:30 at night, like, I'm ready to sign to become a coach. I'm like, that's awesome, girlfriend. I will message you at 9 a.m. tomorrow when I'm awake and lucid, but I'm going to bed. The old me, 3 years ago, I would have stayed up and got her signed up, but I've learned that boundaries and sleep and time management is so important for how you stay focused as a coach. Check on your challengers at the end of the night. Go through, like on their posts, comment on their posts. You don't got to check in with them every time they tag you. If somebody messages you, you don't have to write them back right away. If they really want help, they're still going to be there 2 hours from now when it's your time to work the business. But checking in on them at the end of the night. I do it while I'm watching TV. I go through I go through commenting, I go through checking on my girls, see who hasn't posted. It's the easiest thing to do. And another thing, while you're doing one of those daily, while you're doing those daily activities, you're still doing the priorities in the business. So some couple random questions I'm going to ask you guys, and I really want you guys to think about these. And then I'm going to end it with 2 statements. Random. Where do you feel disorganized the most? And I will talk about this at the end, because if any of you have questions about where you feel the most disorganized, I will give you my tips, and if anybody else has tips about it. And how can you work on this? So like Jasmine says, tracking was the hardest thing for her. So guess what? Girlfriend's going to get checked in on a week from now for me, because I'm going to use Teamsy to remember to check in on her and ask her how to track and go this week. So where do you feel the most disorganized, and where can you work on this? And these are going to kind of be called to action posts for you guys. What's working for you? For me, Hootsuite is working for me. Teamsy is working for me. Posting my workouts every single day is working for me. Like doing various things in my business work for me. But what's not working for you? If it's not working for you, quit doing it. I never understood that. People are like, well, this doesn't work for me. Then why are you still doing it? Change it. Modify. Figure out what's going to work for you and how can you make it work for you. And then guys, what are the low value, time consuming activities that are stopping you from your priorities? I'll repeat that one because that was a tongue twister. What are the low value, time consuming activities that are stopping you from reaching your goals? I think I worded the last part differently, but you know what I mean. And how can you change them? If you're not inviting, if you're not doing follow-ups, if you're not doing a challenge group, whatever it may be, but you're scrolling Facebook or you're watching 4 hours of TV a night, how can you adjust that? And I think it all comes from adjusting our mindset, prioritizing what we really want to make happen, prioritizing our goals, what we want to focus on. But how can you change that? So I'm going to end it with 2 statements, and then I'm going to open it up to questions. Especially where you guys answered in your own head where you feel more disorganized. But really, when you say you don't have time to work the business, do you really not have time? Because I have the same 24 hours a day you guys do. Or are you not making the time? It's just like how many of us have had challenges like, I don't have time to work out? You got 30 minutes? We all have 30 minutes. I get it. It's tough. But we all have 30 minutes. It's the same thing with our business. We would tell our challengers, wake up 30 minutes earlier. Go to bed 30 minutes later. Work out when the kids are napping. Do this, X, Y, and Z. Apply that same thinking to your business. Apply the same things you would tell your challengers to your business. And then remember, guys, what you put into your business is what you're going to get out. I hear from so many coaches, well, I don't understand how you hit Success Club 23 last month, but I didn't even hit 0. Or, you know what I mean. Well, what did you put into your business? Because let me tell you, I hustled the crap out of last month to hit Success Club 23 and started over 500 new conversations last month. So don't compare my Success Club points to your Success Club points. Instead, compare what you need to be doing and what you aren't doing in your own head and make it work for you. So with that being said, I'm going to stop the recording because you don't get access to the questions.